girls, and welcome to Gordon Guitar. So we have Daniel Caesar here with a song called Toronto 2014. Cool song here, a little different when it comes to the rhythm here, the pickings and all that. But anyway, nice to learn here if you enjoy these kind of songs here, like Daniel Caesar's. So if you are new to this channel, then feel free to click on the subscribe button. We'll have a lot of great fun here coming up and new songs. You'll also have the possibility here to wish for songs, and I will bring them up for you on Wednesdays when I have time for it. So feel free to subscribe here, and if you enjoy this tutorial later, feel free also to click on the like button. Let's start this one up. We have first the capo here on the 5th fret, so that will be the easiest scenario. So capo on 5th, and with that we have a couple chords to go over, so let's do that first. We have the G, so that is 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B, and 3rd E. The next chord here will be the F. So that's a bar chord. You place the bar here on the 1st fret over all strings, and then the rest will be 3rd on A, 3rd on D, and 2nd on G. The next chord will be E. So that is open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, 1st G, open B, and open E. Then we have the C major 7. So that is 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, open B, and open E. We also have the D. So that is open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. And then finally we have a D sharp chord or alternative here to use. And I will play it up here to have the easiest grip as possible here for this D sharp. And we'll use this grip here only when we do the strumming. All right, so that will be, let's see, 6 on A string, 5th on D, open G, and 4th on the B. And these are the only strings you're gonna use for this chord here. Now let's take a look at the song, starting with the intro, but also the thing that is going on here in the chorus. That's the same melody here. So let's take a look at the melody, and this will be the hardest part. So if you feel that I cannot absolutely play this after a while, don't give up. We will use and play this also with a strumming pattern that's much easier. So this is the hardest part with all the pickings and the rhythm here. So give it some time. Perhaps you will do that with some practice. I believe that. Otherwise, there are strumming patterns coming up there pretty soon. So let's take a look at the melody. Starting with G, because the chord progression here will be G, F, E, and the D sharp. So starting with G, it goes like this. Alright, so what I do here, I don't hold the chord as it is. I just place my ring finger on the 3rd fret E string in the bass, and then I have the possibilities to work around that finger, both sides of it, with my middle finger and my little pinky. Alright, so that's the grip I use for this specific song, this G. So you're playing now 3rd on E string in the bass together with 2nd G, then open B, then 3rd E on the bass, then 3rd E top string here, the high note, then back to 3rd E in the bass, then open B, then open G, then 3rd E top string, then open B, 2nd G, and open G. All right, so that's that. It goes like this slowly. Right, so with speed. All right, right, so that's the G part. Then we have the F, and this is very easy when it comes to the setting here, the grip, but a little bit different when it comes to the rhythm. It goes like this. All right, so the grip you use for this is this 1st fret E string, 2nd fret G string, and 3rd fret E string. All right, so you're gonna play 2 rounds of this. So that is 1st fret E string in the bass, then 2nd G, back to 1st E in the bass, and 3rd E top string. So that's 1 round. You play that for 2 rounds. So then you're gonna play 2 rounds of this. So that is basically 1st fret on E string in the bass, 2nd G, open B, and 3rd E top string. So for 2 rounds. And then you end with 1st fret E string in the bass, and then 2nd G. So to summarize this F part, a little bit different and the hardest part, I believe, in the song. The first pattern here was 1st E in the bass, 2nd G, back to 1st E, and then 3rd E for 2 rounds. And then the second pattern was 1st E in the bass, 2nd G, open B, 3rd E. Like I said, for 2 rounds that, and then you just end 1st E, 2nd G. So slowly it goes like this. All right, so that's the F part. Now the E part. You keep the grip here like you did from the F. The only thing here you need to change here is to play it with an open E string in the bass instead of the 1st E. So you keep these 2 glued to the 2nd G and 3rd E. The pattern will now be, you'll play that for 4 rounds and that's it. So the pattern is open E, the bass, 2nd G, back to open E, and then 3rd E top string. So that's 4 rounds. And then you have the final part here. It's based upon the D sharp, and it goes like this. Slid a little bit on the strings there. I can play it for you one more time to really try to nail this, and it goes like this. Yeah, much better. All right, so that was the D sharp. And what you do here from this F, you go to this E, and now you're gonna add this finger, index finger, on the 1st fret D string. So that is now the new grip. So still the 2nd G and 3rd E is glued there to these strings. All right, so now you're gonna play that first, and that is 1st fret D string, 2nd G, back to 1st D, and 3rd E. So pretty much the same pattern as you played here for F and E, but you play this only for this 1 round, and then you're gonna play this part. So that is 1st D, 2nd G, 1st D, open B, 2nd G, 1st D, open G, 1st D, and 2nd G. All right, so it was. So this 1st D comes in between every note. You started with it, all right? Then comes the 2nd G, 1st D, open B, 1st D, 2nd G, 1st D, open G, 1st D, and 2nd G, and that's the end note. All right, so The last part here, I believe it was a little blurry perhaps, but it's much easier actually when you practice it and play it. Sounds difficult, but it's very easy because you have the same grip here. You just work with on and off pretty much here from the strings. So that was the melody, a little bit tricky here. I'm gonna take you through for you here, slow down, okay, so really hear what's going on. So let's go. Short pause there after that, and then comes the next round. So with standard tempo, it goes like this. And there we have the hardest part here, the melody. All right, we could play this intro also with strumming pattern, and this is not only the intro, this is also the chorus. So this goes also with strumming. So let's take a look at that strumming pattern now, and this strumming will also be used later here in the verse play. So the first chord will be G here for this song, since it goes G, F, E, and D sharp. So one string around will sound like this. All right, so that is down, up, clap, up, down, up. So down, up, clap, up, down, up. So imagine you have 4 down ups, but the third down will be a clap, and then you just continue with up, down, up. So down, up, clap, up, down, up. That's one round. You're gonna play 2 strumming rounds per chord. So that means G2, F2, E2, and then the D sharp 2 up here. When you play the D sharp, really try to play on the mid strings here. Don't go up here to this bass or the E there, down there. So stay away from the E strings. With this chord progression and this strumming, it will sound like this. Alright, now how do we handle the verses? Alright, we will play the strumming pattern here, and the 2 chords we use only is the C major 7 and D, and it goes back and forth between these 2 chords. You're gonna play C major for 2 strumming rounds and D for 2 strumming rounds. Back and forth, it will sound like this. Alright guys, so that pretty much covers Daniel Caesar's Toronto 2014. So thank you for watching guys. Don't forget to click on the like button if you enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, play tuned.